Somewhere in the aftermath of 9/11, she was kidnapped, and then for 5 years, we didn't know where she is. She was lost. It was like she disappeared from the surface of the earth. My name is Dr.AafiaSiddiqui. I'm a neurologist. I am more known as the sister of Dr.Aafia Siddiqui. She was a very good debater. She spoke very good Arabic, and she was also a Hafiz al-Quran. Since she was little, she loved toys, and then she had her own children. As she grew older, her passion was children. She was very kind-hearted, and she had a passion. She always stood for the Kashmir cause, for Bosnia, and she would do fundraisers. Noam Chomsky at MIT said that Aafia Siddiqui is an institution in herself. She was a Hafiz al-Quran. She loved the Quran. That was her life, and she was very bright and brilliant, always best top grades. She was like a genius. She believed that Islam is a complete way of life, and it is for the modern world. So her dream was to incorporate the Quranic teachings with the modern sciences and modern humanities. So she decided that she wants to bring an educational revolution in Pakistan and in Muslim countries. She came back to Pakistan with her vision. She wanted to open an education city. During this process, she was going to Islamabad to meet with the Senate chairman and people about her curriculum, and she never got to Islamabad. This was in March 2003. Somewhere in the aftermath of 9/11, she was kidnapped, and then for 5 years, we didn't know where she is. She was lost. It was like she disappeared from the surface of the earth. And then Tom Brokaw in NBC News said that she has been captured and she has been handed over to the FBI. What happens is the FBI comes to my brother's home and say, "We have found your sister and she has been shot." And my brother is, What about the children? Then we call lawyers and everything, and we were in shock. We said, right now, first you are saying she's alive, we don't know where she is, and now they're saying she's been shot. A few days later, she's just suddenly transferred to the US with bullet wounds in a very bad situation. Nobody knows what happened to baby Suleiman. He is still missing. Mariam was kept in a different place, and Ahmed was kept in a different place, and Aafia was in a different place. So what we were told by witnesses is that from Bagram, Aafia was put in a taxi with a young man whom she was told is her son. She looked at him and she was like, "Wow, he's grown so much. How long has this been?" They were supposed to go to the governor's house. The governor says he got a phone call saying that there is a terrorist who is dressed like a woman and she is coming to bomb the place. So she's a suicide bomber and there is a young man with her. Order your people, when you see her, shoot on sight. But when she got off, there was the adhan. And she heard Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala falah, and she said, "Oh my God, the azan." Instead of going to the governor place, she went towards the azan. By the time she reached the masjid, she fainted. When everyone came and the police came, they said, "Oh, this is the description of the person they were saying is." So they take her. When he gets the call that, "Did you shoot her?" They said that, "No, you are mistaken. She's a very sick woman. She is not any suicide bomber." And then the US Marshals came, and from what we are told, they shot her in cold blood. Close range 3 times. She was still breathing. And from there, in that same condition, they took her to the US. They charged her with trying to shoot them, 6 US Marshals. And her in that condition that she can barely walk, she snatched a gun, M4 rifle, which is security locked, and she shot at them. She missed. In self-defense, they shot her. That is the charge they put against her. Well, if she snatched the gun, where are the fingerprints? And there's no bullet holes. The forensic lab said this gun has never been fired. No fingerprints, nothing. Yet, Aafia was found guilty and sentenced to an outrageous 86 years in a place that's known as Carswell, a legalized torture chamber in America. 86 years, where there was no evidence against it. just to cover up their mistake. With witness testimony, with forensics, everything proving that Aafia could not have done anything they blame. The media started calling her Lady Al-Qaeda. Aafia had no connection with Al-Qaeda or the Taliban or any terrorist organization. Even Judge Berman, who sentenced her to it, said that we could find no evidence. It's a big mistake that's happened. If you go on the internet and you see Aafia, you type in, there will be literally thousands of pages, and the truth is lost. She's just a bright young Muslim woman who had a dream to bring some change. When Aafia came in the trial and she was bleeding and that, you know what she asked? That, is there any Muslim left in the world? They stripped my clothes and they said, we will not give you your clothes until you walk on the Quran. And when I refused to do that, they beat me. Is there no one who can just stop them from doing this? And she says, Mr. Judge, all the wrong you have done to me, but I still find it in my heart to forgive you. Everyone at that time in the courtroom, they said we were all crying. They did not give me visa to go and attend her trial, but my brother was there. He stood up and he said, Mr. Judge, Honorable Judge, you are sentencing my sister to 86 years. Can I at least give my sister a last hug? You know what the judge did? He took his hammer and said, denied. The former US Attorney General, Ramsey Clark, said Aafia's case is the worst case of individual injustice in the history of United States. She should be released immediately. Yet Aafia is still locked there in solitary confinement, vindictive guards, psychological torture, physical torture, whatever they can do. The story is very long and it's very sad. But I'm hoping someone will listen and someone will raise a voice. It's 17 years and I don't know what to do. The guard would be kicking her and saying, wash the toilets and this. And he would laugh at her and say, where is your Allah now? And she would say, he is closer to me than you can know. It's been 3 years, not even a phone call. Why is the Muslim Ummah silent for a daughter of the nation, for a daughter of the Ummah who committed no crime, who killed nobody? Why would you leave your sister to be humiliated? Where are my Muslim brothers? Where are my Muslim sisters? This is not just about Aafia. This is about the dignity and the honor of our Ummah. And I think it is because we don't stand for each other that we are being suppressed everywhere. Let us all unite. We unite for one sister. We unite for everybody. One for all for one.
We as Muslims, what is our goal? Our goal is to serve Allah. Why are all these un-Islamic practices so prevalent? We have to change them now. أَلَمْ يَأْنِ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَن تَخْشَعَ قُلُوبُهُمْ لِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَمَا نَزَلَ مِنَ الْحَقِّ. Yes, the time has come. The time is now for us to get together and come up with solutions for these problems. Let none of us think that we cannot make a difference. Yes, we can, if our intention is pure.